Hey everybody, how you guys all doing out there? I am here. Ooh, shoot. Better go find my Here, go up and grab my YouTube. There we go. Give me a second. Let me go find the chat. How about chat? All right, hey everybody, how you guys doing out there tonight? Welcome. I'm just gonna do a really quick video for everyone. So wow, I want you to know my hammer, my bottom hammer was absolutely amazing. The bottom hammer caught that little, caught that perfect second touch on the middle Bollinger Band of the weekly. So it just nailed it. I mean, to the dime, and then just bounced off it like crazy. Like we just couldn't get through that middle Bollinger Band on the weekly. I had that set a couple days ago as we were watching that weekly middle Bollinger Band, and I was looking for a little more resistance here. And with these trend lines, I was definitely looking for a little more resistance. That didn't happen. But I was in the chats. I just told everybody. I said, "Hey, I'm just looking to short this again," and I did get back into a short up here. I cleared out some of my position down here. More of it got taken out up in here, and then I re-added to my position up here. So at least in this particular situation, I'm looking at this to have support back down in this range, the 10,000 range. I don't know if I want to put anything lower down there right now, but I mean, there's definitely going to be some resistance, some support right back down in this area here. Now, if we do pump up, this is where the big hammer is going to be. So the big hammer is going to be all the way up in this range right here because there's a ton of resistance all the way up here. As we skirt through really quick, you can kind of look at the 10.479 right there. Like we're below the middle Bollinger Band here. We're below the middle Bollinger Band on the daily. Right there, so you can see that we're below this. This is where we at right now. We're 6 hours. So, this bad boy right here is going to close out in about 6 hours. If we're trapped under it, it's going to turn that into resistance. If we're over it, it's going to turn it into support. But look at this on the higher time frame. On the daily, we're under. The 3-day, we're under with this crazy candle. Something else I want you guys to really look at here, take a look at, is look at the squeezing here. The daily is turning down. Look at the 2-day. The 2-day really, really squeezing hard here. It's going to be pinching. We're looking for that big apex move to occur here. I am looking for it. Look at the 3-day. The 3-day is tightening, but still can get a lot tighter here. I mean, the 3-day Bollinger Band has a lot of room to move. But look at that. 10,400, you know what I'm saying? 10,400 over here. 10,800 on the 2 day, 10,700. It's just a lot of resistance above us. Okay, the weekly, there's that weekly I was talking about, that 98.11, hit it, poked through, just gave it a little bit of poke. The way I look at this is like a dead cat bounce. We just came down, finally bounced off that. This is a weekly chart. Finally bounced off that middle Bollinger Band. And, this is something like last time. Look at the middle Bollinger Band. Kind of held for a second, turned into support, right? Ran from resistance, turned into support, and then just took off moon baby style. But look at it, well, it holds really well. It's done a really good job of holding. Nothing says we can't get something just like this again, tear through it, take a week, and then break back down under it, right? Because it is going to act as a really strong support. Now, it didn't really act as support down here for very long. It just kind of moved sideways. Then we get the big push up, right? So let's buzz through. I'm trying to buzz through the charts as quickly as possible. OBV, once again, holding down in this area on the daily. Same thing, holding in this area on the weekly. You still have this 3 day OBV, which I still think looks like a big head and shoulders. You also could categorize this, and I would like to thank Big Chone for this, is you could categorize this as some kind of a falling wedge that's pinching together and ready to make a move. All right, zipping along, not much. Not much on the RSI. The RSI once again bounced off, bounced off, bounced off. Look at this, like over and over and over in this little area right here. Bounced off, bounced off, bounced off. So we had the bouncing going on above. Look at bounce here, bounce here, bounce here. Kind of started trending lower, bounced back in the green bullish zone, right? Trended lower, back in the green support zone, lower, right? And then this one just went straight lower, right? Like, this one just definitely dipped lower, got a nice bounce out of it. Bullet 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. The Bears are flirting with breaking that RSI line right there. So now this is kind of good. I got to give this. This is if this turns around here, this is going to be good. It's going to mean that stability. We're looking at some short-term stability in Bitcoin. If this starts to flip around, this says that the bears are getting exhausted, but this is still going to need time to tell. This daily is going to have to close out. If the daily closes out with the green line crossing over the 33, we're going to see a little bit of move up, and you see your blue line right here. If your blue line, it's all about this 33. That blue line dips down here. If we lose this, and this candle right here, especially on the daily, this would be considered a bearish pin bar candle. That's a bearish pin bar candle. Okay, but I mean, once again, we're kind of on that, some wild moves here. I mean, we've had some really, really radical moves by both the bears and the bulls here, as we've got that dip down to the middle Bollinger Band, and then the big bounce off it, right? Big bounce off it. There's that 3-day candle. All right, let's look at our resistance. 10.4, 10.46. So you see the stacked resistance that's above us, right? Even on the Gauss trend lines. So we see that 10.4 area definitely got a lot. Look at this. This is what I posted the other day. This is a danger sign. This is balls deep and loading up for a move here, right? So look at last time. We were all the way down here, bounced off almost that same range, a little bit higher, but pretty close to that same range, right? Very dangerous, because this is where you had the explosive move on that big drop from 6,400, where you just had that final capitulation there. Moving averages stacked above us. If you take a look at the 6-hour, the 12-hour, and the daily, right? Look at the confluence here. 10.48, 10.49, 10.5, right? Just like I said, just stacked heavy above us. If we get all the way up here, if we get a little breakout, which is completely possible here, if we get a breakout, that would be the area I'd be targeting to be the next slap down right there. That 10.4, 10.5 range right there. 10.5 is really the highest. Look, there you go. There's that 10.5 on the daily. 3-day going to be a little bit higher. Nothing at all above us. But blue skies on the weekly and the monthly. So nothing on that. Actually, let me take a look at that real quick. Nope, nothing's a stoke. Starting to trend bearish right here. Still in this big pincher, but we definitely are trying to trend bearish on that right there. Listen, XRP, nice little run. Not a good looking wick. We want to see how this closes on the weekly, right? We want to see how this candle closes out on the weekly here. ETH. Now, ETH on the 12-hour, overbought. Clearly overbought. We've got an extended bleeding TD9, super overbought, and our resistance above us is moving down. 227, 228 is that range, right? 227, 228 is the range for the 12-hour right there. Daily still looks fundamentally good. I mean, daily's still okay. The RSI is in the oversold position, but you have kind of spiked up in the bullish position also on the TDI charts. Litecoin, same thing. You're just sitting here, got blasted down by the daily, but 87 is really, it's got to break out over that 87 range right there. You got the 200 MA, and then you got the weekly 50 MA, the weekly 30 MA, both moving sideways in that pocket. I mean, that's really all I got right now. Like I said, the super heavy resistance is going to be at that 10.4, right? So I'll go up here into vamp charts. Our level number 1 is the 10.3-ish range, right? And then our number 2 is really it's 10.4. That's a little over 10.4. 10.45 to 10,005. It's like 10 or something like that. So, this is our resistances that are stacked above us right now. I mean, we see that on the Gauss lines. We see that on the moving averages. We see it on a lot of the indicators that we're showing that there's a lot of resistance that's stacked over there. Now, breaking that 10.5 area, closing over that, going to be super bullish for me. Super bullish. I would like to keep moving sideways here, actually, before we get a breakdown, because I would like to see alts maybe get one more little kiss. Be nice to see alts get a little kiss, but I would like to also see, like, you could do this a 1, 2, wave 1, 2. This is your wave 3. Looking for a wave 4 pullback. Looking for a wave 5. So you're looking for the finish of this wave 4. But if this daily right here on Litecoin, I mean, the daily on Litecoin's not bad. I mean, if this thing can hold it and bull flag out, look at that ugly hanging man on the daily. Super ugly hanging man on the daily with Litecoin. So, but if this can just kind of stay in this range right here and put up a bullish pennant, you're going to see one more push up. But the bulls just got to hold it. Listen, the bulls on Litecoin, here we go. Bulls on Litecoin just really need to hold this. That's 68 area, and that's still be your wave 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to move this over here. So that's all your support, right? There's your support right there. 68 to 70, anything below that's going to be really bearish for Litecoin. But that is an ugly, ugly candle for Litecoin to be posting up on the daily right there. All right, that's it. I'm the Vamp. I want to say thank you all, and I am out.